हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू एमजे पाठशाला। और आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे एक क्वेश्चन जिसमें कि हमें रूट लोकस ड्रॉ करना है एंड वी आर गिवन विथ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन दैट इज एज एस प्लस 4 in bracket s square plus 2s plus 2 plus k times s plus 1, right? So first of all we will convert this in a standard open loop transfer function form so that we can find out how many number of poles and how many number of zeros are over there, right? So because this is a characteristic equation, so we can compare this with 1 plus gs hs is equal to 0, right? So we have to make the above equation in the given standard form, right? So what we can do is we can take this term common so that this will become 1 plus k times s plus 1 divided by s plus 4 s square plus 2s plus 2 that is equal to 0. Now this equation number 1 and equation number 2 could be compared. So from the comparison we can see over here that GSHS would be equal to k times s plus 1 divided by s plus 4 s square plus 2s plus 2, right? Now the very first thing is that we will identify how many number of poles and how many number of zeros, right? So number of poles will be p is equal to, देखिए यहाँ पे एक पोल मिलेगा, second pole and two poles from this second order equation, that's why total poles would be 4, right? Similarly we have z, that is 0, there is only one zero over here, that's why number of zeros would be 1. Now we can find out p minus z, that would be 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. That means number of branches terminating at infinity would be 3. Is it right? So next thing would be to draw these poles and zeros configurations, right? So we can find out the poles would be at s is equal to 0. Similarly s plus 4 is equal to 0, that's why s would be equal to minus 4, and we have s square plus 2s plus 2 is equal to 0, right? So if we use the Sridharacharya method we will get as s is equal to minus 1 plus minus j1, that means we have two complex poles, right? Similarly we will have zeros at s is equal to minus 1, right? Now we can draw this pole zero pattern like this is our imaginary axis and this one is our real axis. So we have a one pole at s is equal to 0. तो poles को हम लोग mark करते हैं cross से, that means this is one pole. Second pole is at s is equal to minus 1 plus j1, right? So for example this is j1. Similarly this one would be minus j1, and this is for example 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So we have one pole at approximately this point. Similarly the conjugate pole would be here, and we have one pole at s is equal to minus 4, right? We have one 0 also at s is equal to minus 1. So s is equal to minus 1 would be a 0, right? So now we will mark the part which is the root locus. So because here one pole 1 0, there is no consecutive poles, no consecutive zeros, that's why there would not be any breakaway point, right, from the previous lectures. So this part would be the root locus because right hand to this part is as one pole, right? So this is an even number, sorry, this is an odd number, that's why this part is on the root locus. So we mark this part as on the root locus, right? Similarly, we will find for this part. So this part is not on the root locus because right side is having total 1 2 3 4, that is even number of poles and zeros, that's why this part is not on the root locus. Then further we can check for this part also. So right side to this part is we have 1 2 3 4 5 number of open loop poles and zeros, that's why this is a odd quantity. So this part would be the part of root locus, right? So next thing is asymptotes, right? Because p minus z is equal to 3, we will get three asymptotic angles, right? So theta 1 would be 2q plus 1 180 degree divided by p minus z, right? So p minus z would become 3, q is equal to 0 for theta 1, this will become 180 degree divided by 3. That's why the first angle is 60 degree. Similarly, second angle would be 2. In the place of q, we will write 1 plus 1 divided by 3 into 180 degree, right? 2 plus 1, 3, 3 divided by 3, that will cancel out. That's why the second asymptote angle would be 180, right? Similarly, theta 3 would be, we will place the value of q as 2. So this will become 2 into 2 plus 1 divided by 3 into 180, right? 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5 by 3 into 180 degree. So this will become 300 degree, right? So हमने तीन theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 calculate कर लिए हैं. And fifth is the centroid, right? जहां से हमारे ये asymptotes pass करेंगे, that point is the centroid. So centroid by formula we can find out that summation of real part of poles minus summation of real part of zeros. So the real parts would be minus 1 minus 1 minus 4 minus times minus 1 divided by p minus z, right? So this will become minus 1.6, right? And sixth is breakaway point. So there is no breakaway point by the observation directly, because there is no consecutive poles, no consecutive zeros over here, right? So no breakaway point. So next is the intersection of root locus with the imaginary axis as well as the marginal value of a k, that is the gain, right? So we will first construct the characteristic equation, which is given us like this: s to the power 4 6s cube 6s 10s square times plus k plus 8s plus k is equal to 0, right? So in order to construct, first of all we will start with the higher value of the s to the power 4. So we will place s to the power 4, s cube, s square, s to the power 1 and s to the power 0, right? So how we will fill these एलिमेंट्स ओवर हेयर. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या लेंगे, कोफिशिएंट ऑफ s टू द पावर 4, राइट? सो हमने यहाँ पे 1 लिखा, देन वी विल लीव वन टर्म, देन 10, देन वी विल लीव, देन k, राइट? Similarly for s cube, the coefficient of s cube is 6, then leave 10, then k plus 8, then 0, right? So the third row will be completed as multiplication of the upper term minus multiplication of downward side direction divided by this 6, right? So this will become k plus 60 minus k plus 8 divided by 6, right? That will become 52 minus k divided by 6, right? Similarly we will get k over here, right? So next row will be completed as multiply this minus this divided by this whole quantity, right? So this will be completed. Similarly, we will get the row as s to the power 0 as k00, right? So in order to get marginal values, we have three conditions. So this first column should not have any negative element, right? So if any of the element gets negative, then what will happen, that number of poles, how many number of sign changes, that number of poles or zeros will go towards the right hand side, right? So the system stability will get distorted. So all these elements should be strictly positive. So we have very first situation as, from here 52 minus k, this term should be positive, right? For the marginal we will take it equal to 0. So on solving we will get a quadratic equation as k square minus 8k minus 416. तो जब हम solve करेंगे k की value के लिए, तो we will get these two values, right? Because here this value is minus 16.78, because gain cannot be negative, that's why we will discard these values, right? So at k is equal to k marginal, we will get the value of 24.78. Now in order to get the intersection of root locus with imaginary axis, we will construct a auxiliary equation, and auxiliary equation will be formed just immediate from the upper row, right? So 52 minus k divided by 6 times s square plus k is equal to 0. तो जहाँ पे हम लोग k की values को रख देंगे, so we will get this quadratic. And on solving this, we have achieved two values of s at plus minus j 2.34, right? So these are the 2 points on which the root locus will pass through. Next is the intersection of asymptotes with imaginary axis. So we have a formula as tan theta is equal to y by x, जहाँ पे x क्या है, x is the distance of centroid from origin, right? So centroid is at minus 1.6, so 0 minus minus 1.6 will get 1.6. So 1.6 tan 60, that will become j 2.77. J is added because of the imaginary axis, right? Next is the angle of departure. So you can see over here that we have one pole over here, right? We have one 0 at s is equal to minus 1. We have another pole over here, and two complex poles are here and here, right? So we will calculate the angle of departure for the complex poles, right? So if we calculate this angle of departure for this pole, automatically negative sign of the calculated angle would be for this second conjugate, right? So we will calculate only for the first. So if this is the phi p1, right, this phi p1 is due to this pole 1, right? This angle is phi z, that is due to this 0. Similarly this is phi p3 and this is phi p2, right? So phi p1 will be calculated as, you can see over here, phi p1 is this angle, right? If 180 degrees overall, if we subtract this angle, then we will get phi p, right? Because this distance is 1 and this height is also 1, we can write it as 180 degree minus tan inverse 1 divided by 1. So the angle would be 135, right? Similarly phi p2 we can see over here directly that this angle is nothing but 90 degree. Similarly phi p3, tan inverse 1 upon 3, that would be the 8.4, right? Phi z, this angle, so we can directly see this is a 90 degree angle. So overall phi will be angle or due to the zeros minus angles due to the poles, right? So angle due to the 0 is 90 degree minus sum of all these angles, so we will get minus 153.4, and angle of departure would be 180 plus phi, that will be the 26.6, right? So for this pole the angle of departure is 26.66, that means root locus will follow this path at an angle of 26.66. Similarly इसका negative direction में क्या हो जाएगा, this will be minus 26.66 and this pole will get on this track, right? Now this is our root locus. So in order to draw, we will have one pole over here, that is s is equal to 0. ये हमारे पास एक 0 है, that is at s is equal to -1. So we have another one pole at s is equal to -4, and we have these two poles. These are complex poles. So this is s is equal to -1 plus j1, and this one is at s is equal to -1 minus j1, right? We had already drawn the parts of the root locus. So one part is this, second part is this. So we have p minus z is equal to 3. तो हमने देखा कि हमारा एक पोल तो ऑलरेडी इनफाइनाइट पे टर्मिनेट हो रहा है, तो बचे हुए दो पोल कौन से रह गए, ये और ये. तो these two poles will get at infinity, right? So this will move something like this, right? In the previous step we calculated the angle of departure, right? So this pole will get start from at angle of 26.6 like this, right? And we have drawn the centroid, right? Centroid is at theta1 is equal to 60, and intersection of centroid with imaginary axis is as j2.77, right? तो हमने यहाँ पे j2.77 minus j2.77 से हमने अपने centroids को पास कराया, right? So this one is 60 degree, 180 degree. Similarly this is the asymptote for 300 degree, correct? Similarly हमने calculate किया हुआ है कि what is the intersection of root locus with j omega axis, that is j2.34. Similarly here minus j2.34, right? So at angle of 26.6 this pole will move in this direction and it will cut the j omega axis at j2.34, and this will get terminated at the infinity. And similarly for here, but in the negative direction. So this is all about the root locus. So if you think that these lectures are beneficial for you, please subscribe, like and share. और अपने कमेंट ज़रूर करें कि आपको इन लेक्चर्स में क्या चीज़ अच्छाई है, क्या चीज़ बुराई है. तो आप प्लीज़ अपने सजेशंस ज़रूर दें. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.